Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. So, last time, we found Mithril. So you really found some Mithril? You're certainly brave, I'll give you that. Next to you, I realize just how pathetic I am. Not gonna lie, I'm starting to kind of dislike Gordon. Starting to kind of dislike Gordon over here. He seems like a bit of a whine-ass. They say Borrigan's replaced the Dark Knight as commander in Basque. I made my way here as soon as I learned of the rebel army. I mean to fight the Empire. Oh, it looks like we're getting people. Blew that Dreadnought to smithereens. So Basque was under the control of the Dark Knight. He used hypnosis to manipulate the minds of the townspeople. We haven't actually been to Basque yet. We should probably talk to... Yeah, we should probably get some talk to her first, because I think we're getting a little bit ahead of the story a little bit. The Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the Mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Basque. If we're to stop the Dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. No, we've already... Yeah. We have a man in Basque. He's found a way to reach the Dreadnought. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. I have full confidence that with you and Minwu on this task, it will be accomplished. If the Empire is able to complete the Dreadnought, then Altair, Poft, all will be lost. We're counting on you to destroy the Dreadnought. They mustn't be allowed to finish it.
Yes, I can see it now. A great evil in the skies, like roiling storm clouds. Pray you find cover when the storm breaks.
Ominous. In a really cool way. His Majesty is aware of all you've been doing for us. It has been a great comfort to me. So we've lost Scott as well. He had proposed to Hilda, you know. Now he'll never hear her answer. I always thought he'd make a fine husband for her. We believe Mithril was in common use once, long ago. Some surviving records indicate Mithril was mined in the North Sea near Seven Falls. Oh, so that's how you would find that out. Our crest has been trampled underfoot by the Imperial Army. To think we could be so easily defeated. What's this? Borrigan betrayed us. Then we did not fall to the sword, but to the corrupt hearts of men. What? The Empire would dare build such a weapon? This is the first I've heard of such a thing. Oh. So, sounds like this is something we probably weren't supposed to mention to him? So that's the way of it. They didn't tell me for fear of worrying me. Sorry? I'm sorry, I don't know, I just kind of assumed that you'd know. Please don't kick me out of the rebellion for letting her dad know about that.
If the Dreadnought is completed, it will unleash a horror the scale of which the world has never known. Please, you must destroy it before this is allowed to happen.
I'm gonna join the rebel army and fight the Empire too. Don't be in too big a rush for it, kid. Now you're off to destroy the Dreadnought. There has to be something I can do. If I were only half as strong as you. I mean, you can find other ways to help out. Tolbo's been making weapon after weapon with that mithril you found. Glad to hear it. Is Altair going to be taken over by the Empire too? Not if I can help it. But can I? I hear they're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk. That's the question now. Can I stop it? Just to top off, I suppose. Alright, so Bafsk. Will be kind of a long walk to get there, unfortunately. It is pretty far to the east. So yeah, there's Poft. You can maybe see a city a little to the east of Poft. Just on that the other side of that mountain range. So that is where we need to go next. Oh, I missed a chest in Samet Falls? Oh, actually, I know. We were told about the thing that Joseph has in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. Alright, since it is going to be a long walk, yeah, I'm not gonna bother leveling up. I'm not gonna bother doing any grinding. So I will meet you back in Poft. Again, to get there, basically just follow the water, basically. So, I'll meet you back at Poft. Alright, here we are back in Poft. I think this is Poft, right? Yep, Poft. I walked. You could also just stop in at Bloom. You can go from Altair up to Bloom, which is not too far, and then sail from Bloom to Poft. That's a totally fine way of doing it as well. But I walked a little bit. I got a little bit more. Maria's evasion went up slightly. I think I got maybe 2 more points in evasion. Swapped around her shield, so. And actually, Guy got a huge chunk of evasion. On a random note, using the attack command when you've got shields ends up being contributing to unarmed. So Minwoo actually is unarmed leveled up, and Maria's unarmed continues to increase. Tiresome. Alright, so now we just need to go around this mountain range. And yeah. And that looks like something we'll need to worry about over there. Yeah, that's what a regular airship looks like, flying above us just now. That one looks big. So, I assume we will need to deal with that. It's possible that might be the Dreadnought. Given that this is the town of Bafsk, it would make sense for that big ship there to be the Dreadnought. And yep, Bafsk. You'll need a pass to board the Dreadnought. You're with the rebels, right? You've got to destroy the Dreadnought. When is the Dark Knight coming back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule for sure. There's a rebel spy masquerading as an Imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have some important information for you. Same old equipment. Same old equipment. Same old equipment. On a side note, it was Final Fantasy II that introduced both Phoenix Downs, Ethers, and I think Elixirs as well. We're all introduced in 2. We did see them in 1 because basically in order to sort of bring Final Fantasy 1 more in line with what people are used to from the franchise, they sort of backdated those items into Final Fantasy 1 in remakes, including this Pixel Remaster. But it was 2 where they originated. A lot originated in Final Fantasy 2. Sure, I gained a little bit of HP, so I think I used a little bit of MP in one fight. So why not?
General Borkin is not dealing with these peasants as he should be. What's this?
Back to work! Work, I say! If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater! Borgin. It is likely that he was named after the House of Borgia, which, were not good people. Not good at all. They had Or at least, what I should say is that they had a reputation for being terrible. They were suspected of adultery, incest, simony, theft, bribery, and murder. Simony is selling church offices and rolls. They are historically infamous for being particularly bad. That said, I mean, it's always possible that some of that is undeserved. They're making us work like slaves. I hate that organ. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird, though. I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. Get back to work. I swear, no one wants to work under General Morgan. I don't feel like working at all with that buffoon Morgan in charge. The thought of doing anything for his precious glory makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, it is possible that the reputation that the Borgias got, yeah, I mean, it may have come from, some of it at least, may have come from just, you know, people at the time having bad, yeah, like their enemies painting them poorly. History is kind of replete with examples of people having bad reputations because of what their enemies wrote about them. Not to say the Borgias were good in any means, by any means. They likely were pretty terrible. The question is whether they were actually any bit worse than the other families in Italy at the time. What can I do for you? Bastuna and Estuna, both useful. Fear... Nah. I probably didn't really need to buy Asuna spells for everyone. I think we might be able to find Asuna here and there as well. But, eh. Or maybe not. Silence. Hold off for now. Alright, so I want all of them to know Esuna, just because it's incredibly useful. Bastuna, useful for Furion, and I'll have Guy learn it as well. Now, here is the problem. They suck right now. Like, just... The reality is they just suck at them. There's no getting around that. They can't really heal that much at level 1. Can't use them, can't use it outside of battle if you don't have any status ailments. It sucks, but the best thing you can do here is to just go into fights and spam Asuna. Like, it's going to be very useful very early to just spend a bunch of time grinding Asuna as much as you can. Not going to worry about it too much because Minwoo has, well, actually he only has a 3, that's not very good either. I probably should spend some time training. General Borgin took command of things in Mask a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgin could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. Aha! You're one of us! I had to be careful about what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder. But the great General Borgin is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. So, you're the ones they've sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck! I hope that dude will be okay. I didn't even realize when I first started talking to him that he was the informant. Where did he go? Did he just, like, run into the trees? He's gonna live his life as a... in the wilderness now? Anyway, I didn't actually... When I gave him that voice, I was just like... Hey, the Empire probably has people who have weird voices too. Not everyone has to have a deep voice. And then it turned out he was one of the good guys. All right. Balloons and soldiers. I'm just gonna level it up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna need to spend a lot more time on it. Longsword! Not very useful, because he's got a mithril sword now. I could give him, like, if I want to give him, but I've already got a second longsword, so... That'll be useful to sell. These guys are not worth messing with. These guys, just kill them. Because self-destruct can do some pretty heavy damage. So... And more balloons. Just get more leveling on it. I can. I can. Trying to stay out of the water as much as possible, just because sewer, ew. And just gonna spend some more time leveling Asuna. Alright, getting closer, but still a ways off from it leveling up. This will be another good chance to work on it, though. Alright. So, all three of them got their Asuna up to level 2, which is good. And more MP for Firion and Guy. That is also good. Oh, and a bunch more for Minwu as well. Would appreciate some more MP for Maria now. But what are you gonna do, I guess? And these guys will just beat normally. Ah, come on. And a longbow. So, if you wanted to use it, you can now. Not that you really need to. And this is kind of another maze. Man, sometimes it is hard to get MP for people. Hey, new enemies! And this is a good time to show something off here. And, okay. Yeah, things like Cure, Life, Heal, or things like Cure and Life, work against zombies. Great way to just, insta-kill them. Yeah, I want to keep working on his life magic. And keep working on keep leveling up Asuna as well. Oh, got 3 of them. Yeah, let's just keep it going. So this is frustrating. Firion and Guy both now have more MP than Maria. I use a lot of spells with Maria. I use her magic a lot. Way more than I use Firion or Guy's magic. And yet, she just apparently doesn't want to get more MP. I'll need to figure out a way to farm her MP, I think. I don't know why I can't get more MP from Maria. It's just getting kind of irritating at this point. I do want... Yeah, let's do it this way. I do want to keep leveling up her... pretty much all of her magic stuff, I think. Yep. Legendary Warrior. Defeat 500 monsters. Uh-oh.
You're too late. The Dreadnought is complete.
I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your Emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. Well, that's not good. That's also not good. More not good. Empire's Blitz achievement. The Empire destroyed numerous towns with the Dreadnought. Alright. Maria's going to run out of MP and she's not going to get anything out of it. This is just getting frustrating. You found a pass in the chest. Oh no, he got hit. Will you please level up your MP at the end of this fight? Nope. What does it take for her to get more MP? She's almost out. Ugh. Leave? Yes, please. Alright. Now the long walk back to town. Back to Altair. But before we head back to Altair, let's check out a couple of the other cities we saw as well. On a side note, one thing, in the original game, there was a bug. Still. I'll show you in the next fight how it worked. It's not in this version of the game. So, in the original version of the game, say you wanted to level up fire. Choose fire. Use fire. And then back. Choose fire. And then back. Choose fire. And then back. There is a bug that the way it was designed, the way it was programmed, is it wasn't based on whether the skill actually got used in the combat. It was based on you selecting the skill, which meant that subsequently unselecting it yeah, I guess fire is always fun. So selecting and unselecting it counted. So you would get the experience still. Maria's never going to get MP at this rate. We were attacked by the Dreadnought. They're dead. They're all dead. Not gonna bother healing here. How much would it cost? 440 gil, so not too bad actually. But there does seem to be a lot fewer people wandering around. As in, no other people wandering around. No one in here either.
What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine.
Do that, and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Airships are powered by sunfire. I'm sure the Dreadnought's no different. Controlling sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you gotta run away on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. So, part of the reason they did the keyword thing is to make it feel like more of a conversation. But it doesn't really work that way. Yeah, it didn't really work out as making it feel like any more of a conversation. And then I want to check the next city as well. Goblins, ooh. Still no health increase. I don't think we saw that other city get attacked, but. And here's Paloom looking a bit beat up.
I'm hurt. Hurt bad. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
And yet he's still walking around. Replenish my health, and more important, replenish my MP so that I can start trying to work on getting Maria's MP up again. So annoying. My daughter. They killed my daughter. Yeah, the Empire are not good. The Dreadnought attacked and destroyed the entire town. If you've got a story, the guys called the Empire are rarely the good guys. Anyway, I'll see you back in Altair. Before going there, actually, I want to check out Katya.
The Dreadnought killed them all.
So Gatria did get hit. And yeah, it does look like pretty much everyone's dead. One last thing I want to try. I just want to see if I can take out a captain yet. I did it! I beat the, I beat a captain. There's no point in attacking, so I just had Guy keep spamming life. Did nothing, didn't contribute to the battle at all, but life will be useful eventually once I start getting tougher encounters. Once I have characters start dying, having high life means that, hey, they come back with higher HP. Or more MP for Furion. Hey, Maria finally got some MP up. Good, good, good. Ooh, big boost to Guy's evasion. Nice. And then Minwoo, I just had focus on, you know. So that's what happens when you beat a captain. Not a damn thing. And now I'll head back to Altair. On a side note, worth noting how the overworld music in this game contrasts with that of the first game. You know, the overworld music in the first game was big adventure music. This is a lot more somber. It tells you the mood just listening to it, and that mood is things suck. No one left wandering around Altair. Alright, everyone's in here. There's a man in Puff named Sid, who just might know if the Dreadnought has any weaknesses. Sid was the first person to ever build an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? Yeah, I already talked to him. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. That's probably not good. I'm scared.
Please, Lord, save our king.
The Dreadnought attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. Yeah, how is this place not damaged at all? Everybody who was outside is dead.
We'll stay here and hold out until you return.
If we don't destroy the Dreadnought, the casualties will only mount.
Altair wasn't spared the Dreadnought's assault. Lucky for us, the hideout was unhurt. The townspeople have taken refuge here.
Do we even stand a chance against the Dreadnought?
You see? It happened just as I said it would. Obviously the task was more than you could handle.
Well, yeah, I was too late. Something I would recommend here. After all that, they finished the Dreadnought anyway. Incidentally, I believe the king had something to tell you. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. The shock has even caused my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwoo? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Still, it is my duty as a White Wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Furion. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. Minwoo left the party. Yeah, so that's why if you don't unequip him, he will take all his stuff, all that stuff with you. Anything that he has on him when he leaves the party, he keeps. It doesn't go back into your inventory. In a lot of games, temporary party members, their equipment goes back into the party's inventory once they leave. Not in 2. My father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwoo. Many lives were taken in the Dreadnought's attack. How are we supposed to fight something so terrible? Sunfire is the crest of the kingdom of Kashwan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashwan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame cannot be held in just any torch. Sid told us that we might be able to use Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnought. Then there's no time to waste. You must depart for Kashwan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. That leaves only one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? I mean, I assume Sid knows something we can use. The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There's little I can do. Every 3 years, they celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashwan. During the festival, the Sunfire is moved to Eagle's Torch, while its brazier is cleansed. The Dreadnought is a massive airship. It is likely they both function on the same principle. Sid gave up all he had for his airship. His rank, his honor, his family, everything. So many perished in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered to the Empire. Scott sealed the gates of Kashwan Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You will need the goddess spell to break the seal. The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashwan royal family. Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I have not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott or Gordon may know where to find it. The king is not well. I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashwan Keep open only to the voice of a Kashwan, or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep within a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So it is your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger. But he isn't, so you must. There is nothing I can do but pray for your success. Joseph knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. So we got our next destination. We gotta go back and talk to Joseph. And I assume that'll be where we get the last treasure chest in that place as well. Yeah, the last of the treasure chests in Summit Falls. I assume is where we find the his snow thing. Anyway, yeah. So we failed. So that's great. Minwoo leaving. That is so temporary party members. That is another new thing. That is something else that is fairly common throughout the franchise. Some games do it more than others. Some games, some of them really, like Final Fantasy IV, for example. Really, the main character is the only one who's there throughout the whole game, with other people coming and going, until like only near the very end do you get the final party. Other games, once someone joins the party, they are pretty much a permanent member, but may, because of party size limits, you may need to swap party members in and out. Final Fantasy X is a big example of that, where you're needing to constantly swap party members in and out during battles in order to level them up. Final Fantasy XII does the same thing. I think maybe I don't remember if 13 does it, but other games, so it varies. Some games, you have do it something like this, where a member joins, leaves. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. In some games, they keep their equipment when they die, or when they leave, I should say. Some games, they keep their equipment when they leave. Other games, the equipment goes back into the inventory. I think the inventory system was very different in the original release of Final Fantasy II. Final Fantasy I as well. Both games had much more limited inventory space. This one, for some reason, Final Fantasy II originally, you didn't get, 13 potions. Each individual potion took up its own slot in the inventory. All your equipment would take up slots. All the key items would take up slots. Task granting authorization to board the Dreadnought. So, stuff that varied a little bit. For the Pixel remasters, they just went with the more standard, unlimited inventory space approach that is definitely a lot more common in the franchise. There's not a lot of Final Fantasy games that do give, at least in the mainline, the mainline series, not a lot of them that do limited inventory space. That was one of those things that just is kind of tedious and annoying. Maybe more realistic, but realistic isn't... This is a video game. Realism isn't always what you want in a video game. Sometimes you want something that's just... Does it make sense? No. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It's just... It makes for a more enjoyable experience. And unlimited inventory makes for a more enjoyable experience for just about everybody. You won't find many people who think that limited inventory improves a game. Anyway, all that aside, this is a much darker game than the original Final Fantasy. Much darker than most Final Fantasies. Loss is going to be a pretty big thing. So, next time, let's see if we can let's head back to Joseph. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.